Good to see you this Friday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in with us on WFMY Plus. Wanted to give you the latest information as we are now in a weather impact alert day right now, all the way until 8 o'clock into the evening. I'm going to push my computer just a little bit this way so that way you can see a little bit more. But severe thunderstorms are going to be possible all the way until around 8 o'clock for tonight. The main threats are going to be the damaging wind, and also a little bit of hail is going to be possible within these storms. Hail could reach up to around an inch in diameter, plus some of those gusts and severe storms, if we're able to see that mixing all the way down to the surface, we could reach some speeds up to around 60, maybe upward of around 70-mile-per-hour gusts. So what I need you to do, go ahead and make sure you have the WFMY app handy for your particular location so you're able to receive those alerts, and also make sure you have multiple ways to receive alerts. Right now in Greensboro, we're currently in the lower 70s, seeing a couple of isolated showers, nothing much at least for right now, but I do expect that to change here just in the next couple of hours. Dew points also pretty soupy, very much like what we felt yesterday. Right now in the 60s with winds bringing in that warm air out of the southwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now I wanted to show you this for a little bit, and this is kind of why I have the computer over here so we can kind of radar track a little bit together. You can see on the satellite and radar right now we're currently tracking this cold front that's going to be approaching the area here just in the next couple of hours. And for us right now, it's mainly just a broken line moving through portions of the Piedmont right now, just some isolated showers. Hopefully that'll help actually stabilize the atmosphere a little bit by the time the real line, heavy showers, severe storms bringing in those winds, and even that isolated tornado threat, by the time that actually hits us in the area just in the next couple of hours, maybe that'll actually help cool us down just a little bit and stabilize the atmosphere enough to where we may not see as much of a bigger threat. Again, that is just me being hopeful, but for right now, I'm not really seeing much for our area. So let's zoom in just a little bit right now, at least on the Triad. Want to spend some time on the radar, of course. Again, there's a couple of isolated showers like I showed you right there on the Greensboro sky cam, seeing a couple of, just light to moderate showers moving right through Guilford County, right over the heart of Greensboro. To the south, we're also continuing to look at some isolated drizzle spots right here in Randolph County and Davidson County. Again, light to heavy rainfall. I'm not seeing any real storms across the area, at least at this time, but that is going to change here just in the next couple of hours as this kind of system continues to amp up. Right now, it's crossing the mountains and it's losing steam as it crosses the western North Carolina mountains. And as it does so, we're going to be seeing some redevelopment of those showers and, of course, of those storms heading into the next couple of hours through around 6 to 8 o'clock into tonight. I really am expecting the majority of these showers and storms to be in and out of our hair by around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. And that's all due to the pacing of this system right now moving through the region. It is very, very fast. This cold front is very quickly moving through the area. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on the radar for any sort of changes from 2 all the way through around 6 or 7 tonight. And of course, we'll continue to bring you updates on air and online, and of course on the app too, of what we're seeing on the radar. So we're seeing a little bit more heavier spots right now starting to make their way toward Allegheny County right here toward the mountains near Jefferson and Helton and Troutdale. Now toward the north of us, we're also seeing a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, that isn't in our area, but it's all within the same system that's going to be impacting the region all the way through around 6 or 7 o'clock into the night tonight. So really not much going on for us at least right now in the Triad. Just a couple of spots where we're seeing some moderate to light heavy rainfall across the region. Most of those storms right now, severe, are well to our north, as you can see right here in portions of Virginia. So for right now, at least in the Triad, we are on the safe side, but still want you to make sure that you're keeping an eye on the radar for the next couple of hours, as these storms will form very quickly, all in association with this cold front as it pushes into the area these next couple of hours. Want to make sure, of course, you're keeping an eye on the radar, and of course you're doing what you can to make sure that you're able to get to your safe spot as soon as you can when a warning is issued. So here's a look at the active watches that we have across the area. So here in the Piedmont, all except here Montgomery County, all of the Piedmont is under a tornado watch. This is all the way through around 8 o'clock tonight. That 8 o'clock is a little bit of a buffer for us, kind of like we've been keeping for the weather impact alert that goes all the way through 8 o'clock. It's because after that first line comes through in association with the cold front, another line could redevelop right after that through around 7 or 8 o'clock. Again, it is not a guarantee by any means, but you know, it's kind of there to have it on the safe side. Now, severe thunderstorm watch is also issued here toward just toward our south and also toward our western portions of Charlotte. And even right here in Davie County, Iredell County, and also to our south. So I did want to show you kind of the full expanse of how much this is covering here of the southeast. You can see here in the pink that severe thunderstorm watch goes from not only here in portions of North Carolina right here toward the Charlotte metro, but also in South Carolina, dipping into Georgia, and even parts of Alabama as well. We're continuing to watch more and more, you know, of these pop up just in the last hour or so, and I expect us to see these storms within the next couple of hours. Also, tornado watch is in effect for us in the Triad, but also a lot of parts of Virginia as well. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye on this for the next several hours. A quick look at the flash flooding risk again. Yesterday, we had lots and lots of rainfall across the area, especially in some localized spots that were able to receive almost 1 to 2 inches of rain. Here's a flash flooding risk for the day today. And again, it is at a level 1, which is low for the area, but you'll see that it is mainly concentrated for northernmost counties across the region. So really the primary threat with these storms is going to be the damaging winds and of course the hail, a lower end tornado threat, but we still could see some heavy rainfall within these storms. So it's worth noting, you know, not only to stay home, try if you can during this time, maybe not try to get out on the roads, but just look out for the ponding if you are going to be driving from around 2 o'clock all the way through around 6 or 7 o'clock into the night tonight. You know, I mentioned that rainfall yesterday, and I just kind of wanted to show you the spread that we're seeing across the area just from yesterday up to around ½ an inch in Greensboro, up to around an inch right here in Burlington, ½ an inch in Siler City, couple of tenths of an inch, hundredths of an inch, almost to around 1/10 of an inch in Reedsville. Albemarle, we're almost at 2 inches just from those redeveloping storms that kind of sat over the area right there, right between the southern tip of Davidson, Randolph, and also on the northern tip right there of Montgomery. 1.86 inches, and that just goes to show how much rain can fall in a very short amount of time when you have more and more developing storms across the area. So I want you to err on the side of caution while you're driving tonight. Make sure you take it slow, and again, look for that ponding alongside the road. So far that we've seen just in the day today, Greensboro, we're almost at 0.3 inches. Lexington here in Davidson County, almost up to an inch or so in the area, with more drizzle and more scattered showers and storms on the way just in the next couple of hours. Again, I really want to make sure that you're staying alert from now all the way through around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, and we're going to continue, of course, to bring you the latest updates. Here's right now, though, on the Burlington Skycam, really not much going on, a couple of clouds. And we're currently in the mid to upper 70s across the region. Winds right now out of the southwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour, bringing in that warmth. High point looking a little bit spooky for right now, but those clouds a little bit gray. We're in the low to mid 70s across the region. Some isolated showers again, kind of bringing in and also cooling us off for the next several hours. So temperatures across the board right now, we are currently in the mid to upper 70s, but due to that rainfall, like right here in Guilford County, Greensboro is actually a little bit cooler. We're currently in the lower 70s, 73 in Greensboro and in Reedsville, 73 in High Point and in Winston-Salem, 72 in Lexington and Salisbury, 75 right there in Asheboro versus Troy. Hasn't really seen much, at least so far for the day today. 79 currently and 78 right now in Siler City. Dew points right now also across the area. It is air that you can wear. Finally feeling a little bit more like summertime, and we're going to be feeling like summer, especially heading into the weekend and by the time we're into next week as temperatures are trending a little bit warmer. I do want to kind of emphasize that after this system, we really are going to be mainly dry for the next week or so. So it's all about getting through this system. I know we have had a lot of wet days recently, just in the last week or two, but after this, we really are going to be seeing much more drier conditions across the area. So I'm offering you a little bit of hope as we head into the next couple of days following this system, but we do need to be prepared here for the next couple of hours. Highest wind gusts that we've seen so far today, really kind of low across the area, around 15 to 25 miles per hour. I really do anticipate some of these will be much higher by the time we end the day today as more scattered showers and storms kind of move into the area. You know, I mentioned it just a little bit earlier. Within severe thunderstorms, when you have these really, really high winds in the atmosphere, if you're able to get mixing all the way down to the surface, you can see some wind gusts that'll populate on this map up to around 60 to 70 miles per hour. So, you know, in addition to being, weary of more and more warnings coming these next couple of hours, I want you to also make sure that you secure outdoor loose items heading into the night tonight. Anything that could flop around, anything that could act even as a projectile, right? Because when you have these types of winds, they can really pick up things very, very quickly. Even wind gusts right now, not too bad across the region, around 15 to 20 miles per hour again, but you're going to want to be wary of this into the night as more storms start to build into the area. The good news is, following by around 5 or 6 and 7 o'clock, we are going to start to clear out across the area. So we're going to go from mid-upper 70s. That cold front is going to pass through the region, and we're going to be seeing those dew points also crash. So it's not going to be quite as humid heading into the upcoming weekend. It's going to be in the mid and upper 70s, sunshine, and maybe an isolated shower or storm chance, but for the most part, not anything like we're seeing for the day today. And this is the hour by hour for this afternoon and evening. You can see those rain chances kind of ramp up by around 3 or 4 o'clock, but by the time we get to 5, 6, 7 o'clock, that's when we really start to wind down here, at least for the atmosphere kind of being less conducive to these showers and storms as the front slides through the area. We're still going to be in the mid to upper 70s before we slowly start to cool off back into the upper 60s and lower 70s by around 7 or 8 o'clock into the night tonight. And this is the system that we've been kind of watching the last couple of days. Just yesterday when we had that low pressure impulse to our south, bringing in those flash flood warnings, even a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, that is long gone now across the area. This is actually a different system that has pushed in from our west, bringing in this particular line of strong to severe thunderstorms for the threat of them, I should say, just in the next couple of hours. From right now all the way until around 7 or 8 o'clock tonight is when I need you to make sure that you're keeping a close eye on the radar and able to receive multiple warnings from this system. Again, the passing of this system comes right afterward, and after that, that's when we start to clear out across the area. Smiling, pretty excited for that. I know a lot of us are excited for a little bit more sunshine in the forecast. Saturday, we could see an isolated shower or storm behind the system itself, but by then, I really think most of us are going to be mainly dry across the region, and we're going to be pretty dry heading into Sunday and also into next week as well. So here's a closer look at the rapid refresh model. From what you can see just in the next couple of hours, some pop-up storms, strong or severe across the area, very strong southerly breezes, and we're going to be watching those wind barbs to kind of see when that trough, all in association with this cold front, starts to move into the area. You can see it by around 6 or 7 o'clock. Following this system, we'll start to see those westerly breezes across the region, kind of a shift in those winds following the actual cold front itself moving through the area. So I just need you to make sure you're being prepared the next couple of hours. And I can kind of play that again for you just so you have a better idea. This is the rapid refresh model. This is right now, which is pretty accurate in showing what we're seeing. Just a couple of drizzle spots across the Piedmont, but shortly going to be coming isolated showers and storms that could really pack a punch in regards to damaging wind, hail, heavy rain, and maybe even an isolated tornado threat through around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. That tornado watch for the Piedmont, once again, if you're just now joining us, is until 8 o'clock for the night tonight. So we'll be sure to keep you updated on that. And this just kind of shows you in a very easier to read way, I should say, on what those storm threats are going to be for the night tonight. Damaging wind gusts very high within these storms, again up to around 60 to 70 miles per hour if we're able to get mixing all the way down to the surface. Tornadoes, again, medium threat, as we've been seeing. Just in the last 24 hours, that threat has risen just a little bit. Isolated tornado or two going to be possible, as well as some large hail. Heavier rain, of course, is going to be also possible, but not one of the main concerns with this system. Severe storm risk, just yesterday we were in a level 2 out of 5, and what that means is scattered severe thunderstorms are going to be possible. Now, just today, this has been upgraded to a level 3 out of 5 in this orange, and what that means is that numerous severe storms are going to be possible. We really only see a couple of these a year, so this is a very serious situation, and I want you to take it that way these next couple of hours and make sure that you have a way to receive alerts. Tornado risk also for the area was all in a 2%, which is a lower risk, 5% medium across the area for right now. So please make sure you have a way to receive warnings as we head into the next couple of hours. Of course, hail has also been one of our main concerns, and also the damaging winds are also going to be a top concern heading into the night tonight. I want to end right now by looking at a full look at your 7-day forecast, because following this system, we are going to be seeing some clearing out. And if we could take this full screen, that'd be nice. And we'll be seeing the mid to upper 70s and back in the upper 70s and lower 80s for early next week. Isolated storm chance for Saturday, but by the time we're into next week, we're back in the mid to upper 80s with mainly dry conditions.